This is the one I got a little bit mixed up on the last time around. So this one here, patents incorporating 3 months are to be written off over a 5-year period. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to work out how much investment income should be received, which is actually going to be part of note number 5. So I'm going to call this note number 4 and note number 5. Okay. So similar to the way I worked out the previous one, I'm going to work out the annual figure, then what was paid, and then I'll end up with the amount that was actually due. So the annual investment income. And then I'll take away the amount paid, and what will be left is the investment. Okay, so investment income due, which this is due to us, so it's a current asset. Okay. Now, later on then we'll talk about the whole patents thing. So, 10% investments 1st to 7th, okay? So that means that the investment income, if I just put my rough work here beside it, so it's going to be 200 grand times 10%. And then we'll multiply that by how many months did we have it? We had it from the 7th, 1st to 7th, so that means we had it for 6 months. Okay. Okay. So if we work that out, so that is 200 grand, 10% times 6 over 12. Okay, so 10 grand is the amount of money we should have received. Now, what it says in the question, patents incorporating 3 months investment interest. So I mixed into my patents account 3 months investment interest. So that, and I'm going to need to take that out. That's kind of part of the mistake that I've made, and I need to take it out of patents and put it into where it should have been in the first place. Okay, so 3 months investment interest. So 3 months investment interest is going to be 200 grand times 10%. Times 3 months. So that's going to be half of this figure, so you get 5 grand. So that means investment income due is going to be 5 grand. That's my current asset. So my, and I'm going to put this into add gains or other income. That's the investment the income I should have received. And then this here is going to be a current liability. I'm going to deal with that. Now, instead of me putting into the investment income account, which is a credit because it's an income account, I put it into patents instead. So I need to take it out of patents. So it's in the wrong place. Okay. So the patents is, and it says 55,500. Now patents is an asset and it's in the debit column. Okay, so it's 55,500. Now I want to take that number out of there. Okay. So when I put it in, because it was an income and I was putting an income into this asset account, income is credit. So when I take out that income, I'll put a debit. So I'm going to be actually adding, when I take something out, I'm actually going to be adding to it because I'm taking out something that was a credit. So to get rid of it, I have to put a debit. And we're debiting with the 3 months investment income, which is the 5 grand here that was paid. Okay, so that means that my investment income account now is 60,500. So that's what my investment income is now. Okay, and just double check that I have everything. And now, but also they're going to be written off. These patents are going to be written off over a 5-year period, commencing 2003. I'm just quickly checking at the top of this question. We're doing this for 2003, yeah. So we're going to start writing it off now. So we're doing it over a 5-year period. So I'm going to take off less my write-off. So I'm taking away how much we're going to be like the expenses, like a depreciation of our patents, and we end up with our new patents figure. Okay, so the write-off is going to be that number divided by 5. Okay, so my new patents figure is going to be those two subtracted. So the figure that I'm going to put into my balance sheet for patents is going to be 48.4, and the figure that I'm going to put in for my write-off, which is an expense, is going to be 12.1. And I have my investment income, etc. So I'm going to do those now. So investment income is an income. So investment. And the real figure for investment income is 10 grand. Now I'm putting this in the middle column because there'll probably be other incomes as well later on as we go through the question. And this is the amount of income we should have received, not the amount we actually received, what we should have received. And the extra bit that we're owed, that's going to be a current asset. And that was 5 grand. Okay, so that's those two, 10 grand and 5 grand, fantastic. So now, my write-off of the patent, so I'm going to put that as administration expense, and it's 12.1, and the new patents figure is 48.4, so I'll put that 48.4 in first, so that's an intangible fixed asset. Um, 48.400, and the 12.100, the write-off is administration expense. So that's dealing with number 4, and you can see we've just dealt with investment interest due because we put that into current assets, and mortgage interest due. Just check, did I put that in current liabilities? Oh, I didn't. I better put that in. I should have put that in. Mortgage. Okay. And the mortgage interest due is this figure here that I worked out in the previous one. Should have put that in. My mistake. Me bad. So that's it.